Oh, hiya, honeys. Welcome back to my spooky little corner. For those that don't know me, where have you been, honey girl? I am Lady Mylita, and I bid you welcome. I hope everybody's doing well, and all that jazz. I have another little unboxing. I have gotten my October Tribe Beauty Box. So we're going to dive into it. I got a bit of a story to go along with this. They test me. They test me. So let's dive in. So the October 2021 is called the Dusk Till Dawn box. And so there's the list of everything that comes in it. So before I even start opening it, I gotta get it off my chest because I'm really quite upset. So usually with Tribe Beauty Box, they do give you choices, which is great. You know, sometimes if you get there quick enough, you can get your choice, sometimes not. And that's more than okay. I understand they only have a limited product and what have you. So this month's subscription, they had a choice between two palettes. And one was the Pure Cosmetics, I'm just going to read this, the Pure Cosmetic Defense Anti-Pollution Palette, and the other one was the LA Splash Classic Horror Eyeshadow Palette. Soon, I have been eyeing that LA Splash palette for I don't know how long, because it is so my aesthetic. Classic pinup horror, I'm all over it. So when they said it was one of our choices, I was like, ecstatic. I couldn't wait. So with how that works is they give you an email, or if you go into your account, it'll show you your shipping number, and then you take that number and you put it into their system, and then you're allowed to choose because it shows that way you've paid. So because I am doing YouTube and I want to make sure I have content for everybody, I chose the year subscription, so that way I always have new stuff to try out for my little darklings, right? And it's a great way to get new product, maybe stuff you've never heard of or never tried. So I signed up for a year. So that's fine. I'm waiting for my code. I'm waiting for my email. I'm checking like all the time. Nothing. The day comes where it's like, it's 7 o'clock, you get to pick. No email, nothing. I'm like, what is going on? There's even in my account on the Tribe Beauty page, nothing. So that's fine. So I see on their social media account, I put a comment on one of their posts on Instagram. I put a comment on one of their posts on Facebook. Nothing. I email customer service going, excuse me, I've paid for the whole year. Where is my code? 3 days later, I get a response. By now, the LA Splash palette has sold out. It sold out within, somebody was saying like 15 minutes. That's how quickly that palette sold out. So I'm upset. I think I have a reason to be upset. I didn't get my code in time. I didn't get to even try and have a choice. I got what was left. That's fine. So I emailed them. I said, well, what happened? Why didn't I get my email? Why didn't I get my choice? Well, it's because you signed up for it in an in-between month. So therefore, you know, we have to manually put it in. Well, why wasn't it put in? Well, I didn't really get a clear answer. And when I said, like, look, I'm very upset. I'm not going to get to choose. I'm not even getting a choice to choose for the palette I wanted because of this. And they said, oh, well, we'll put you down for one. Guess what? I didn't get the LA Splash palette. So yeah, I am pretty upset. But, you know, I get mistakes happen and what have you, but the way they handled it wasn't very cool. So yeah, I'm disappointed. Am I happy with the package I got? Absolutely. You know, cosmetics, they're cosmetics. But that was neglect. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. My first Tribe Beauty Box, I absolutely loved. The colors were great. No problems. The very first one I got, because I did order in an off month, it seemed like they threw a whole pile of stuff in a bag and just sent it to me. There was no nice card saying what was in it and what have you. There was nothing like that. It was just all thrown together. So right now they're hitting 1 for 3. I don't know. But let's go into the box and let's look at the makeup and let's try and have fun with it. So the first thing I'm pulling out is the Earth Harbor Helios Anti-Pollution with Ampoules, Red Algae, and Plant Stem Cells. Now this is actually quite expensive. This is 48 American, which actually works out to be about $63 Canadian. And so according to my card, Helios worships your face by renewing skin through stem cell technology while restoring depleted antioxidants, normal skin pH, smoothing fine lines and wrinkles, and enveloping you in a sensual ritual with her velvety consistency and citrus blossom aroma. Target concerns: pollution control, fine lines and wrinkles, after sun, and stressed skin. Like, this is something I'm obviously going to be all over. So, and here she is in the bottle. It's quite pretty. I wonder if you have to shake it. No, it's just the bottle, I guess, is the color. Let's see. Let's open it up. It does have a very faint citrus smell, not something so strong, which is kind of nice because it's on your face. Oh yes, very, very nice. I quite like that. And I'm actually, like, I love facial oils. I know it seems weird being an oily girl, but sometimes I do get dry skin, especially like in here, and winter is coming. So I'm very excited to have some new oils to try. Okay. So next we have Gerard Cosmetics, and this is called Clean Canvas Eye Concealer and Base. And this one is 22 American, which works out to be about 29 Canadian. And now this is one you did get to choose because they did have a couple colors you could choose. So I got Fair. And so it comes in a little tube like this. It's just kind of small. So yeah. Is it glass or plastic? I think it's plastic. So let's see what it says here. This base makes a perfect canvas for your eyeshadow art while minimizing the appearance of eyelid lines and increasing the wear time of any eyeshadow. Can also be used to cover blemishes as a concealer. So that's kind of handy, but we're just going to use it strictly on eyes. And yeah, it's just a little kind of creamy. It does quite look like a concealer, so we'll try that today. Okay. So our next product, this is Suva Beauty's Illusionist Liquid Lipstick in the shade Illusionist. So this is $18 American, which kind of works out to be about 24 Canadian. So let's see what it says here. Suva Beauty's glossy lamination liquid lipstick is formulated to deliver a punch of opaque color and comfortable flexibility. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Never had any Suva products, so this is exciting. So she's kind of like a berry purple. And we'll try that today too. I think it'll look okay. I can wear, I'm lucky that I don't know if I can, but I will wear every color known to man. I have no issues with it. So we'll definitely try that one today. So let's look at the palette now. Okay, so they at least bubble wrap this one. Okay, so here is the Pure Defense Anti-Pollution Eyeshadow Palette. Let's see what. So, showcase your inner artist with Defense, a highly pigmented, smoky palette featuring 12 bold shades that instantly bring attention to any eye makeup. So this palette is 34 American, which works out to be about 45 Canadian. So, okay, and it's a nice box, right? Good and sturdy. I do like the case. She's a plastic, but it's very nice at the front. We're still going to give this girl a day in court, right? Because, you know, I like makeup. I've never used pure eyeshadow, so I am excited. Just disappointed. Okay, and here are the shades. Unfortunately, there is no shade names on here, but they are on the back of the box, so I will try and use that while we use our look. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do, but we'll play around. We'll figure out something. I wonder if it's supposed to. If any of you know, It smells like chocolate. Is it supposed to smell like chocolate? Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the LA Splash Classic Horror Palette. And I'm hoping I can insert a picture somewhere in here so you guys can see it because it is beautiful. She is 27 American, which works out to be about 35.50 Canadian, give or take. So inspired by the golden age of horror. This palette features 10 unique colors conjured up to fit every monstrous look. Creamy pigmented eyeshadows that blend so effortlessly, you are sure to scream of delight. I am going to get that palette one day. One day I'm going to get that palette. So hopefully you guys will see the pictures I'm putting up. There is like a whole, LA Splash has a whole like line with it. It has liquid lipsticks. It has lashes. Honestly, I want it all. Just even like I've never tried it before, but just for that aesthetic, I want it all. I want it all. So because they had two different products, one went with each kind of box, or each palette, I mean. So because I got the pure palette, I got, this one is banged up too. Like, look at the box. That's disappointing. This is LA Splash, so I'm going to get to try some LA Splash anyways. Luminous Liquid Metals, and I got the shade Wizardry. Now, it is $18 American, so about 24 Canadian. And this is a jumbo felt tip liner and cut crease definer. An all-in-one duo eyeliner that can be used to create an array of looks. A buildable waterproof base liner that contains superfine glitter in a clear base that dries down quickly and stays put with zero fallout. So that's awesome. I'm disappointed that my box is kind of busted up. So let's take it out. So here's what it looks like. So Wizardry, so in the one end is your like liquid eyeliner and the other is your glitter liner. So this is, it's kind of like a gold from the looks of it. So we'll try that today. As you guys know, I generally don't like opening eyeliners if I have one on the go. So I might not use that end, but we'll definitely try out the glitter end. And so because I got that, the other one though, if you got the LA Splash palette, they also sent Patchology Rejuvenating Eye Gel Patches singles, and they are 15 American, which works out to be about 20 Canadian. Their rejuvenating eye gels features caffeine, hydrolyzed collagen, and other essential ingredients. These biodegradable eye gels stay put so you can get the ingredients you need them where they're most. So in the end, really, I got the more expensive palette and I got the more expensive add-on in this box. So in that aspect, I got a lot more for my money, which I am down for. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'm more just not happy with how they dealt with it. And I know a lot of people were complaining that they didn't get to choose palettes because the LA Splash one got sold out so quickly. So I kind of feel like the eyeliner aspect was to try and make people happy, which is great. I love a good eyeliner. I'm happy, but I really want that palette. So really, I'm just going to have to save up and buy that palette now, aren't I? Okay, so my darklings, if you want to stick around and see a look done with my Tribe Beauty Box subscription for October, stay tuned and let's dive in. Alrighty, darklings. So to start off with, we are going to use our Clean Canvas Eye Base from Gerard Cosmetics, which again, another company I've never used. This is part of why I really wanted Tribe Beauty, because they give you new products that you've never used before. So I am so down for that. But so we're going to start that. We're going to put that all over the eyes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Jeffree Star and Morphe sponge, just the end here, and I'm just going to dab a bit and then just spread it out this way. I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure a lot of people would just use a brush to put it on, but I don't really have, well, I'm sure I do have brushes that would do it, but I don't want to use them. I'd rather use a sponge, so we'll just do it like this. I think I maybe got a little too much, so it's something I've never used before, so we're just gonna have to play around with it. But that's on. There's no scent to it either, which is quite nice, especially with like eye products. You don't really want any strong scents. Like I don't mind a little bit of scent in some things, but so there we go. We got that started. So let's start playing with our eyeshadow. That I swear smells like chocolate, as I was just saying about. Interesting. Okay. So I have my box here so I can tell you what shades I've got here. There's a lot of, like, don't get me wrong, it's quite a nice palette. We'll definitely get some use out of it. I really wanted that horror one. Anyways, let's stop whining and let's start playing. Okay, so I'm just going to take a fluffy kind of brush. This is my JS6 Jeffree Star and Morphe collab brush. So we're going to dip into, I think we're going to dip into this shade here, which is called Overcast. So let's see. Oh, she is a crumbly shade. There's a lot of kickback. And let's just kind of dust that in the crease for now. She's kind of a nice, kind of like almost a smoky gray brown. So I'm not really angry with that. But yeah, she's very crumbly in the pan, but again, as I have stated countless and countless times, and you'll hear me say it countless and countless more, I don't care if there is kickback in the pan. Okay, so there's that color down. She's quite pretty. She's like a light, I would say more gray. She looks kind of brown in the, she's definitely pulling out more gray tones, which I am not angry about because I prefer grays. And then next, I'm going to grab another fluffy brush. This is Jeffree Star Morphe collab. This is JS9. And then I'm going to dip into the shade next to it. And it is called Purity. She looks like a nice kind of soft taupey. And then I'm just going to put that all the way up to my eyebrows. And just kind of blend it out. Again, lots of kick up in the pan. And they totally smell like chocolate. I'm like, I think I'm going insane, but I think my eyeshadows smell like chocolate. She is a nice shade, like a neutrally kind of tone to go with the skin, which awesome. We like that. We really like that. And then I'm just going to go back into that Overcast shade a bit and just make sure it's kind of, it's there. I don't want to lose it, right? So just kind of blend it back and forth. Okay. Actually, they're performing quite well. They are nice. They're like a soft pigment, not super harsh. I do quite like the color. So far, so good. I'm just going to take a smaller round brush. This is my e.l.f. eye crease brush. So she's just a softer one. And I think we're going to go into the black. And we are just going to do my outer corner with the black. Let's see how it looks. Not bad. Just kind of give it that bit of a smoky look. So, although I'm going to be using a gold liner, so we'll see how that goes. Whatever. Just want it a bit higher. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to take the shade. So that black's called Alert, by the way. And I'm just going to take my Overcast grayish shade and kind of blend it. Yeah, that looks quite nice actually. Okay, so I think that's the basic cut. All right, so let's cut this crease and let's play with some other colors. So we'll just use this Gerard and just use one of my flat angle brushes. This is one from Quo. So let's gently kind of dip into the edge here. When I'm done, she goes on quite nice. She's very creamy, quite a good consistency. We'll see how the eyes look with it, because if it looks really good, this will be definitely something I use quite a bit, because like I cut my creases all the time, as you guys know. Just trying to be careful too, because it's like I'm just using the lid because there's some in the lid, but I get color on my brush from doing this, so I don't want to really put the color in. So that is something to think about. Maybe it'd be better to put some on your back of your hand, kind of like what I do with the concealer. I don't know. Something to think about though. Okay, so there we go. They are cut. Yeah, that went really well. We'll see how well it holds up and if the shimmers look good with it. I'm trying to figure out kind of what to do, because I am going to use like a glitter liner on top of it. So I'm kind of thinking, what do I do? So let's see, what metallics do we have? We got a silver, we got a nice gold. There is like a brownish tone. There's a purple. And then that one, I think that's probably one of the lighter ones, so I might use that for my inner corner highlights. So we won't touch that. Okay. As you know, I'm probably going to use a couple. So we're just going to start with our eyeshadow brush with from e.l.f. And we're going to spray that with our e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Setting Mist. Give it a shake. And I kind of want to try, well, there's that maroon kind of shade too that would kind of work. I got this kind of gray look going, but I want to pop gold in. So I think we're going to do silver and gold. Why not? So I'm going to grab the gray, which is called Skyline, right here. And we'll start with that on the outer. See how it looks. Oh my, okay. I always get really excited when something works out really well. Wow, okay. She is so beautiful. She's like a beautiful, oh, do we see, darklings? Look at that. OMG. She's gorgeous. Okay, now what do I do though? I kind of want to put the purple in now. And then we'll just put a gold liner. Oh, how's that sound? That sounds great to me. Okay. So we're going to grab my Jeffree Star Morphe JS11 and give this one a hit with some setting spray. And I am going to put the purple in. Let's try it. It doesn't look quite as metallic as, say, that silver did, but wow, that silver is stunning. Okay, so the purple here is called Haze. So let's try it. Oh, let's see how she looks. It's not a bad purple per se, but it's not as nice as that silver, I tell you. Then I'm just going to take the brush that had the silver, that skyline, and we're just going to kind of tap over, kind of mix them a bit more. And then we'll grab the one with haze and do the same. Get that nice kind of blend between the two. There we go. Very kind of smoky eye today with this palette. Obviously we're not done. We're going to do more, but there we go to start. We're definitely going to do a smoky eye, I think, which is a pop of a color. So I'm just going to pop off camera. I'm going to do my eyebrows, my face, and probably my lashes too. And then I will be right back. Okay, my darklings, and here we go with some of our steps done. So for primer today, we are using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. For concealer, we are using the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach. For foundation today, we are using our Marc Jacobs one in the shade Ivory Medium. I did notice in my last video that I had missed a huge chunk of my face. So I wanted to try it again for you guys and really put it on properly this time. And I also still put up that video just to show that I'm not perfect. I really am not. I know I missed a huge chunk of my face. So, but right, I'm learning with you. I'm not a professional. I'm just someone who loves makeup. So that's our foundation for today. And then I did some contouring, and I like to use our Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out in Amber for that. It just adds a nice contour. She is like my perfect dark tone shade. Love her. And then for blush, we are using the Cheeks Out Crush on Cupid by Fenty Beauty. And then for setting powder, we are using our Too Faced Peach Perfect in the shade Translucent. And for eyebrows, we're having an e.l.f. day. We are using our Lock-On Liner in Medium Brown and our Wow Brow in Medium Brown. Then for mascara, we are using our Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof Mascara. And our lashes, these are the ones that I got from Shein. I'm almost out. I have like 2 more pairs, but they are quite pretty, and they come in this big wheel, and they weren't expensive at all, and they've lasted quite well. Okay, so there we go. That's what we got going so far. I'm also trying a new lash glue. This is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. It's got aloe in it too, so we'll see how that works and see if it works better than my other Ardell one that I've been using. Okay, my darklings, so we're going to do a bit of glitter liner on this. It would just be good like this, I think, but I want to try as many products as I can. I will show you the tip. My tip is bent. Does anybody see that? It's bent. Well, that'll be great. Anyways, we're going to try the glitter. I'm probably going to have to use my mirror. And what I'm going to do is how I cut the crease, how I had that line, I'm going to accent that in our glitter. So this is the shade Wizardry. So I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, but I'm going to have to use this. So we're just going to... Wow, that's actually really pigmented. It says it dries quick, so let's hope so, because that's the problem. Sometimes when you do this type of thing, if you blink too fast, you mess it all up. So that's what the handy dandy fan's for. Alright, well, let's do the other eye while that one's drying. Then I can dry together. Okay, there we go, my darklings. I don't know how well it is dried. It is taking a while, but this is kind of the basic idea where you kind of accentuate where that crease is. I know it's not perfect because I am not perfect, but looks kind of neat. I kind of like that. So let's finish off the eyes now. So we're just going to jump back into our eye palette and we're going to do like a true smoky eye today. So we're just going to hit that black. It smells like chocolate. Starting to drive me bananas. Okay, so we're just going to take, this is a Quo kind of smudger brush, and we're just going to jump into the black, just along the edge. Okay, just like that. Other eye. And just kind of accentuating in the corner too, because I want it to be like a nice smoky eye. So I want to make sure that color goes up. So just like that. Just like that. I kind of try and almost make a bit of like elongate the eye along the edge. I hope you can tell from that. And then what I'm going to do is grab another one of these babies. This is a smudge one from Quo. And then I'm going to take the lightest color that we use. This color right up here, that Purity shade. And I'm going to smudge that along the bottom too. Kind of help pull the black, smudge it out a bit more. Seeing as that shade's almost like a nice, almost to my tone shade, that's going to work so nicely for smudging out any of these darker shades. Just like that. Now we're just going to add some inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to grab my Jeffree Star Morphe brush. This is JS10. She's kind of a nice little flat one. So the lightest shade in the palette, lightest glitter, I was going to say it's probably this one. This one is called Flashing Lights. So let's see how that looks on the inner corner. She's almost like a soft kind of goldy metallic. So she might go really nicely with that. She's kind of like a peachy almost tone. I kind of like that. She'd look really nice on lead on a lighter kind of shade, so definitely something to remember. We'll put it in underbrow highlight too. Usually like something a little more brightening, but I quite like that. So that is the Pure Defense Anti-Pollution eyeshadow palette. Honestly quite pleased, so yay! Now, just to finish up the eye look, I'm going to add some Urban Decay 24-Hour Waterline Pencil in the shade Legend, which is black, and then some Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof Mascara on the bottom lines, the bottom lash line. So all we have left is some highlight and some lippies, so I figured we would try our Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit palette. I love it because it's got a little bit of everything, so I can kind of go with whatever I'm wearing at that time. So that's why I grabbed it for today. So let's see. I got a bit of purple. I'm going to be wearing a bit of a purple lipstick too, but this blue horseshoe shade is quite dark, but let's try it. So we're going to use the shade Purple Horseshoe right here. She is a little darker, but if you take your time, purple looks very, very nice on pale skin, almost ethereal to be honest. So we're just going to take our time. I just love the purples, the blues, especially on a nice pale skin. It just gives it that extraness. This is probably, like, for highlights, this is probably one of my favorite highlight palettes just because there is such variety in it. I know other companies make them. I know Jeffree Star Cosmetics has one where it's all these kind of unique colors, but they look so good on pale skin. A little bit above. Just like that. It looks a little scary, and yes, you can obviously see it on the skin, but if you're bold enough, I highly recommend it. And last are Suva Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Illusionist. So she's like a nice kind of berry kind of tone. Let's see. Ooh, nice snap. I don't smell anything, so that's kind of nice. Let's see how it applies. She's definitely a very sticky, thick formula than what I'm used to. She's a nice shade. I don't know if it's one I'm going to wear often. I want to see what it looks like, what dried down before I make any final decisions about that. But so there we go. Here is the Try Beauty box on my face. I'm just going to finish up here and then I'll be right back and we'll talk about the box and everything. Okay, here we go, my darklings. Our finished look. I think we turned out a really pretty look actually with these eyeshadows. The gold glitter liner, I don't know if it really goes with this look per se, but it is pigmented. It did take a while to dry, so that's something to think of too. You gotta take your time with the glitter liners, but I love how it highlights your crease. I think maybe if a different eye look, it would probably look a lot better, but definitely something nice, something I don't have in my collection right now. So yay, I love new stuff. So yes, the eyeshadow palette, our Pure Defense Anti-Pollution eyeshadow palette, amazing. I quite like this look. The purple I'm underwhelmed with, but that silver shade in the center there, oh, she is beautiful. And yeah, there's a good range of neutrals versus your more smoky tones. But yeah, this is definitely a good palette for anybody who wants a bit of color but wants some neutrals. Very nice. And she smells like chocolate. I swear to gosh, this girl smells like chocolate. The lipstick, I'm not overly a fan of. It looks kind of glossy on the lips. I'm not a fan of glossy lips, and I feel like it's kind of bleeding down already. That could be partially the lip piercing because it will pull pigments away from my lip, but I'm just not fond of how glossy it looks. I really prefer a nice matte lip. So this is not my cup of tea, but it's not a bad product. As I said, this, the gold liner, awesome. This, I don't know, because that tip is totally crunched. So that's really, really disappointing. I don't know how that'll work. We'll have to test it out, darklings, but that's really disappointing. But this gold glitter, knockout. Our other product, our Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base. I don't know. It's something you kind of have to wear it, right, to find out. Kind of like foundation. so far, she looks very nice. She doesn't look like she's creasing at all. Yeah, so I will definitely be using this a lot more. Yeah, I quite like how it went on, and yeah, can't say anything bad about it. Now, are we going to talk about this foundation? No, I got it all on properly this time. So I do think it's too yellow for me, but I want you to let me know. What do you guys think? Also, I'm down for trying some other foundations, so if there's a foundation that you would like to see me try, or one that you really recommend that you love, please leave it down below, because yes, new foundations. I'm still kind of looking for my holy grail foundation. I haven't found it yet. I found a lot that I like, but I don't know if I found the one. So again, still looking for the one. Okay, my darklings, you know where to find me. I am on Facebook and Instagram under Lady Mylita, and every Sunday at 5:30 Eastern, I go live and do my makeup with you guys, and we always have our talks, and it's just a lot of fun. I really enjoy socializing with you guys, so please think about coming if you haven't. I'd love to kind of meet you. I know I haven't done the last two. I've been so busy, and then I had a really bad headache and I fell asleep. So I totally missed it, but this Sunday I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Also in Canada, it is Thanksgiving weekend. So I just want to wish all my darklings from Canada a very happy Thanksgiving. And I hope, I know it kind of sucks with COVID right now and we're having a lot of restrictions, but I hope your Thanksgiving goes well, and we should all be grateful. And I am grateful for all of you and thankful for you guys tuning in and watching me. It means so much to me. Anyways, thank you. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. Goodbye, my darklings.